Once upon a time, there was a woman named Audrey. Audrey had always been hardworking and detail-oriented auditor, but after a long day of work, she often found it difficult to unwind and fall asleep. As she lay in bed, staring up at the ceiling, she often found her thoughts consumed by her job, the endless reports and figures she had to pore over. But one night, something was different. As Audrey settled into her bed, she felt a warmth spread through her body that she had never felt before. It was a feeling that she could only describe as love. Audrey didn't know where this feeling was coming from, but it was so strong that she couldn't ignore it. She closed her eyes and let herself sink into the feeling, letting it wash over her like a wave. And as she did, she began to dream. In her dream, Audrey found herself standing in the middle of a lush forest. The trees towered over her, their branches swaying in a gentle breeze. The ground was soft under her feet, and the air smelled of pine and earth. As she walked through the forest, she saw a figure in the distance. It was a man, and as he approached, Audrey's heart began to race. He was tall and broad-shouldered, with dark hair and piercing blue eyes. He smiled at her, and Audrey felt a jolt of electricity shoot through her body. The man took her hand, and they walked through the forest together. As they walked, he told her stories of his life and his dreams. Audrey listened intently, feeling as though she had known him her entire life. As they walked, they came to a clearing in the forest. In the center of the clearing was a small pond, its surface shimmering in the moonlight. The man led Audrey to the edge of the pond and sat down beside her. As they sat together, Audrey felt a sense of peace wash over her. The man took her hand and looked into her eyes. "Audrey," he said, "I've been waiting for you my whole life." Audrey's heart swelled with emotion. "I feel the same way," she said. The man leaned in and kissed her, and as their lips met, Audrey felt as though she was being enveloped in a warm cocoon. She lost herself in the kiss, feeling as though nothing else in the world mattered. As they pulled away from each other, the man looked at Audrey with a tender expression. "I want to spend the rest of my life with you," he said. Audrey's heart skipped a beat. "I want that too," she said. The man took Audrey's hand and led her to a small cabin on the edge of the clearing. Inside, the cabin was cozy and warm, with a roaring fire and soft blankets on the bed. As they lay down together, Audrey felt as though she was in a dream. The man's arms were wrapped around her, and she felt safe and protected. She snuggled into him, feeling his heartbeat against her back. As she drifted off to sleep, Audrey realized that she had never felt so content in her entire life. She felt as though she had finally found her true home, her true love. And as she slept, she dreamed of a future filled with love, happiness, and endless possibilities.